I'm Laura. Thanks for stopping by VideoGamesBlogger.com for my review of Kontrol Freek analog nubs, the QCQ, Infinity, and Havoc. In this video review, I will discuss my impression of the Kontrol Freek product's overall quality and which analog nubs I like the best. I've always had an uncomfortable time with controllers because the proportions of my thumbs and pinky fingers are very small and affect my overall grip. Look, I'm a freak, I'm a monster, they chase me with pitchforks. This may seem like a small problem to someone with big hands and fat thumbs, or maybe it just seems like my problem, but it actually is a common complaint that I hear from gamers that controllers feel awkward or uncomfortable. For a gamer, her hands are her life. Hand cramps and wrist strain are no joke, especially when a game I just have to play is coming out and my hands are all gnarled and twisted from a night of gaming-induced insomnia. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Enter Kontrol Freek, unable to spell, but fantastic at creating these little analog nubs. I didn't even know that there was such a thing. I'm ashamed to say I never thought of modifying my controllers in any way to accommodate my stubby thumbs. It actually is a brilliant idea, and I tip my hat to those people over at Kontrol Freek for promoting these products to help people get a custom fit with their controllers. Ask anyone that's ever had anything tailored, custom is best. The first FPS Freek nub I tried was the QCQ, and when I first opened the box I was struck by the design. It looked so nice, I just wanted to see how it would look on my controller, and the nubs brightened it up very nicely. The tip of the FPS Freek is made of a soft rubbery material with a really nice grip. Right away, I started playing Kingdoms of Amalur and noticed that the controls were much more responsive. It was easier, faster, and more precise control over menus and sorting my inventory. Definitely a perk, but it did not prove itself necessary yet. Yes, the rubber material is fantastic with the perfect grip. Yes, the convex center surrounded by a lip gives me more control, but once again, my thumbs are the problem. The added height by the nubs forced me to slide my grip lower than I would like. At this point, I'm not convinced, so I pop in Modern Warfare 3. These are the FPS freaks, right? The benefit of precise control was displayed on the screen in my very first match. My accuracy was higher, I had more headshots than usual, and I used a sniper class that I never really used, so I actually started to change my playing style because of using these nubs. Now that started to get my attention, and I could tell that the designers of these nubs made them with specific ideas on how to improve the first-person shooter experience without touching a single line of code. I was totally inspired by the concept of solving virtual problems with real-world solutions. I was sold, but I wanted to try some long-term gaming just to see if the FPS Freek nubs helped with my hand cramping. It did overall reduce the strain on my hands and made navigating menus and riding horses easier. The added bulk of the nubs still created some fumbling and awkwardness during battles. To much disappointment, it did not make the archery any more fun. I still can't get into the archery. Anyway, after my varied and interesting experience with the CQC FPS Freek nub, I expected that the Infinity and the Havoc would both present unique gameplay perks and challenges. The first game I tried them with was Halo Anniversary, and I again found that the rubber grips gave me much more precise control. Really, the only difference is the grip strength and the way the nubs look. The Havoc is sleek black with an embossed skull and a softer grip. The Infinity has a military aesthetic, navy blue with an eagle and a strong grip. Great for people with butterfingers. For all my hopes, neither of these convex nubs could compete with the CQC, but I adore the Infinity's grip strength. That's why my final critique really is the most important. I used the same controller with most of these FPS Freek nubs, and the original Xbox analog sticks became scuffed and worn no matter how carefully I applied or removed the nubs. I think they are better suited to long-term use rather than repeated removal, but I found that alternating the nubs gave me the perfect level of control. For instance, for my run and gun class for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, it uses a shotgun, making the Infinity ideal for the right analog stick, but I preferred the CQC on the left stick. A softer plastic or rubber coating on the bottom of the nub will probably solve the wear and tear issues. I can't wait to play Halo 4 with these nubs, and I am currently torn between the FPS Freek Elite and their very unusual U-shaped controller attachment. Kontrol Freek also have a line of nubs for sports games, as well as some really cute looking retro arcade style nubs that I also may want. I want too many things. I highly recommend at least visiting the KontrolFreek.com website, and make sure to follow the link in my article because these geniuses thought it would be clever to spell their business name phonically similar to a common phrase. I forgive you, Kontrol Freek. I forgive you for having to make me spell your name every time I tell someone about you. Now you have to show your appreciation for my magnanimous compassion and empathy by creating a nub just for gamers who like to play long hours on open world games, like how I spend most of my time. A low, broad attachment with a soft grip could allow the player to explore in-game without constantly clicking down the analog to run and then holding it forward for long periods of time. So do the Kontrol Freek nubs sound like something you might want? What kind of game do you need a custom analog stick for? If you already own a Kontrol Freek nub or any other brand of nubs, let me know your impression of them down in the comments below. Love and peace from my PC to yours.